This is the plaintiff, Tony Rosamilia. He says he was hired by the defendant to build a deck. He did. It came out great, and now the guy's stiffing him. He did everything to code. The defendant's trying to rip him off, and he's not the kind of guy who's willing to go down without a fight. That's for darn sure. He's suing for $3,000, the amount he's owed. This is the defendant, Tomas Rosar. He says the plaintiff was hired to build him a deck using number 1 quality lumber, and the guy used number 2 lumber, which is a cheap grade, and the deck came out terrible. The boards started to buckle, the nails started popping out, and when the building inspector came out to take a look, he just started laughing. Pay him for shoddy work? He thinks not. He's accused of copping out on a carpenter.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case in the docket, the plaintiff built a deck for the defendant and got stiffed, but the defendant says the guy used cheap lumber and the deck buckled. It's the case of what a deck.
Thank you, Douglas. Okay, Tony Rosamilia.
Yes.
You are suing Tomas Rosar for $3,000 that you say he still owes you for a deck that you constructed for him.
That's correct.
Tell me what happened. How did he end up hiring you? Had you ever done work for him before?
A friend of mine that knows Tom recommended me to him.
Okay.
Okay. So I drew the plans for Tom. He signed it and reviewed it. He brought it to the building inspector. The building inspector okayed the plans.
Do you have those plans?
Yes, ma'am.
May I see them? So go on.
Oh, so I built the deck according to plans.
Okay.
There was a problem with some 2x2s.
What was the problem?
They were cracking. So I told Tom, mark them out and I'll replace them all, which I did. I replaced it 50 2x2s. Okay, and then a little along the line, say the next day, he says he don't like the pressure-treated decking. That goes on top of the deck that you walk on.
Right.
So I ordered new ones from Home Depot. They came in, and I didn't like the way they looked. It takes 2 weeks to get these. So I said, order new ones. The new 5/4 came in. I picked them up. I text Tom, I'm coming over to replace the 5/4 He says, don't come to my house no more. I don't want you to do anything on my house. And
here we are.
So here we are. Well, there's a little more to it.
What happened with the inspection?
Well, I'll get to that. On the inspection.
It failed, right? You have the failure?
Yes, ma'am.
Ooh, that red sticker.
Yeah.
Nobody wants the red sticker. Okay. Final. Joists exceed span chart for number 2 grade lumber. Okay, now according to you, he was supposed to be using number 1 grade lumber?
That was the agreement we had.
Verbally.
Do
you have a copy of a contract? Did you sign a contract?
Yes, he did. It's right here.
I believe I did.
If you sign a contract, how do you not get a copy?
I just don't have a copy of it.
Then did you have a phone?
Yes, ma'am.
Does your phone take pictures?
Yes, ma'am.
Voila, instant copy machine. If you can take pictures of all the other things I'm sure I would see if I looked in your phone, then you can take pictures of a contract and have a copy. Yes, you accepted the proposed supply materials and labor. What's the difference between what's number 1 versus number 2?
Number 1 does not have, well, I wouldn't say no knots at all, but as number 2, maybe have 3 knots.
Better looking.
Between me, it looks the same.
Is he right that you picked some number 2s?
I always use number 2 on the beams and the girders. I always do.
The failure is because a joist exceed span chart for number 2 grade lumber.
I know. I went online with the state vocal code.
Hand it to me.
Okay.
Your Honor.
Just a moment.
Hold on
sir.
one second.
What is this?
This is from, I got it online, which shows the deck span.
Yeah, I know. Online what? I need to know that you, because of course, you're telling me, well, don't believe your lying eyes, Judge, but this is the failure from the town. And so you hand me a piece of paper that's authored by I don't know whom. See, for you to have a court accept something as authoritative, it needs to come from the authority I need it to come from.
Okay.
The authority I need it to come from is the government. Because according to this guy who works for them and whose job it is, he says that the joists exceed the span chart for those number 2 grade lumber. He also says needs concrete slab under stringers. What's that about?
He wants the concrete to go past another 4 inches to support the stairs.
I have a picture of that too, Your Honor.
Which is I'm willing to do.
Right, but what's the code say about that? I mean, did it in fact fail all these things? Okay, what is this?
The first for the,
Right. This concrete needs to extend further out.
it needs to actually go past.
Past it. Yeah, no, absolutely. Otherwise, it's not going to support it.
Correct. And
It's too close to the edge.
You see, there is a circled concrete. The steps are actually supposed to be on that, and they're not.
All right. Did you, tell me about your dealings with him.
Okay, so Mr. Rosamilia was hired by me to do my deck. When Mr. Rosamilia came to my house, we made an agreement. I told him I had a $6,000 budget to do the deck. We agreed upon everything. I trusted him due to the fact that he was referred by a family member and by another friend. So when it came down to actually building the deck, I could see right off the bat that there was some corner cutting happening.
Why?
Well, the kind of lumber that he used for the bottom decking, for the actual decking that you walk on, there were splinters.
Wait, the lumber that he used for the actual deck, according to you, wasn't number 1 grade?
No, ma'am.
Who told you that?
Because I can see with my own eyes.
Yeah, but you're not an expert. You can't tell whether something's
I am
grade
not
1
an
grade.
expert, but I am the customer who has
No,
$6,000
I understand, but you
to
don't
pay
have.
for.
Okay, no. Like normally, you'd show me somebody who says, "Hey, look, he cheated you. He used number 2." Did you get that from someone? Was that?
Well, my father is a builder that builds houses, decks, all sorts of stuff throughout the town.
Why didn't you use your father?
Well, because he contracts to work out, so he knows.
Why didn't you
about-
use whoever he contracts to work out to?
I should have,
Okay.
but they were a little too expensive for me.
Ah, okay.
You know,
Lo barato sale caro.
I don't know
The
what that
cheap
means.
comes out expensive.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if the city doesn't give approval on the deck, does the defendant have to pay the plaintiff?
Yeah, he should. So, well, he should have looked into getting the permit in the first place. So I think he should.
Well, they have to sign off that it's good enough. If the city says it's not good enough, does he have to pay?
Yeah, he should still have to pay for the labor.
We'll see about that. Going inside the courtroom.
Let me just continue on with the decking.
All right, go ahead.
My wife actually had a splinter on her foot from walking barefoot on the deck.
Because according to you, what? The wood was so shabby that it was.
Correct.
Okay. Go on.
So I asked him to do some fixing on that, right?
Right. And did he?
He did not.
Okay.
He told me that he was going to order the wood and come back.
Okay. Now he says he didn't like what came in, ordered it again, and then when he was ready to, you told him, "Don't step on my property."
Well, what happened was he came back on my property. He finished the steps, and then he told me he did the concrete pad, which was horrendous looking. I mean, you can see it on the pictures.
You mean because it doesn't come out further?
Correct, but
right.
the way he put the slab down, he basically just put the stones on the ground and then put the slab over that. But that's really not how it's done, because what's going to happen when it rains, it washes the stones out, and now you have the slab just hanging there, and it's probably going to crack.
And that was a basis for the failure.
That's correct.
Okay, so go on.
So Mr. Rosamilia said he was going to come back within a week and finish the job. Well, it was probably 5 weeks till I heard from him again.
Is that accurate?
Yeah, because it takes 2 to 2.5 weeks to order the material. One came in, then the other one came in. I was ready to go to his house.
Did you ever call him during that time just to let him know what was going on? or-
I text him.
I
Do you
never
have the
got a
text?
text from him.
No, I didn't save any texts. I also wanted to explain something about the
So you don't have the evidence.
I don't
Go
have
on.
it. In my hand here, can I show this to you?
Now, I want to understand what happened just before the breakdown, okay? Is it, you haven't heard from him in 5 weeks. He
I have
says
texted-
that's because he was ordering the wood.
I
and-
have pictures of the text messages between myself and Mr. Rosamilia.
Do you have it actually in your phone?
I do, yes.
Can I see him in your phone?
Sure.
I'd rather not see pictures. I'd rather see the
Okay,
text.
yeah, no problem. If my wife calls, you can go ahead and answer.
What is this? An iPhone what? 3? I haven't seen the smallest screen, dude, man. All right. Okay, well, we skipped from July 2nd to August 17. And then he says on August 17th, I'm coming today to finish, okay? Over a month later, do not come to my house to do any work. What about my money? Do you want me coming over for money? Don't blank me, Tom. Do you want the decking material or should I return it? And then hours later, I suggest we settle before this gets really ugly. I won't quit till it is settled. Believe me, you don't know who you're messing with. Come over to my house. I'm waiting a month for you to show up. Ooh, are you guys playing Canis Mas Macho? What are you going to do, beat each other up? What was that about? Ah, lordy, lordy. Now, you had somebody else come over and give you an estimate. Can I see your estimate from the other
Sure.
people for...
Can I just say something about the span?
Yeah.
I actually spoke to the building inspector yesterday in regards to this, because I want to get this,
Did you
done.
ever call him during that month?
Did I call Mr. Rosamilia?
Yeah.
I did, and I did not get any answers from him.
How many times did you call him?
I don't know, maybe twice.
Okay. Because typically speaking, if there's a problem, your side would give that side a chance to fix the problem. The failure happened on what date? 7/25, that's July.
Correct.
The text "don't come over" was August 17th. And you knew that he was ordering lumber to fix the stuff and get it to pass inspection.
That's what he says, ma'am.
Okay, do you have the...
I had the receipt.
Show me
yes,
the
I do.
receipt for the lumber that you ordered.
Yeah, you know.
Okay, so when you decide, you have the it's your home. You have the prerogative to turn around and decide, I don't want him on my property. But you say, well, that's what he says, that he ordered something. But I have the proof from Home Depot that he ordered it.
Ma'am, can I say something?
See, yeah, but here's the thing. It is not uncommon in the construction industry that somebody fail an inspection.
Correct.
That alone is not reason for you can't say, well, you breached a contract. You got to give the guy a chance to fix
And
what
I
he
gave
did
him
wrong.
multiple chances.
Well, you say that.
But do you see the last text message that I sent him?
Come over my house. I'm waiting a month for you to show up. Oh, I took that as quien es más macho. Because he had just said, believe me, you don't know who you're messing with. You're telling me that you're inviting him to your house to actually finish the job?
I just want to get it done. Wait.
You just, come on, man. You just told him in the prior text, do not come to my house to do any work. Then he tells you, I won't quit until it's settled. Believe me, you don't know who you're messing with. To which you answer, come over my house. I'm waiting a month for you to show up. But you want me to take that to mean that you wanted him to fix it and
I
he
do want
didn't?
you to take that way, Your Honor.
Come on. Ni tú mismo te lo crees. Not even you believe what you just said to me. If you don't believe it, how are you going to get me to believe it?
Well, me not wanting to pay Mr. Rosamilia is one thing. It's not that I just chose not to pay him because I don't want to pay him.
Okay. Except for here's how it works. He has a right. Implicit in your contract with him is a chance to cure whatever it is you say was faulty. And you don't let him cure that. I think you change your mind about wanting him to finish and you want somebody else out there finishing. I think that you now don't trust him. Okay. You have paid him already $3,000.
That's correct.
What is in question is the remaining $3,000. I am going to order you to pay him $1,200 of the remaining $3,000. That is my judgment.
So the plaintiff collects, but not everything he sued for. Let's get a comment from the defendant. Come on in here. What's your reaction to what you heard?
I don't think anybody should hire Mr. Rosamilia to do any work. That's it.
What about the judgment? He did get some of the money back. He was entitled to some of it.
If that's what the judge ruled, then he's entitled.
Mm-hmm. So what do you do with your deck now?
I have to spend $2,500 to have someone else to fix it.
All right, right around the corner there. Good luck with your deck. All right, so the plaintiff does collect something. You didn't get everything that you wanted. Are you satisfied with what you did come out with?
No, I wish I could have got more, at least $2,500.
What about the work? You stand by that work?
I stand by the work.
Is that your best work?
That is. Mm-hmm. He's wrong. He said he's a perfectionist, and he had a remark every day when I was...
Did you threaten him?
No, that was take him to court.
Oh.
To take him to court.
Okay. Harvey?
There are all sorts of ways of memorial of something. You can do it in writing. You can do it in an oral recording.